It seems totally bizarre, but taking a patient's vital signs could be helped by a car. So I'm heading off in the fast lane to meet the motors. And I'm starting with a pit stop on the wards to meet Matt, who's just had a heart operation.
Rebecca has had a general anaesthetic, so she's temporarily asleep and can't feel any pain.
You may want to look away if you're squeamish, as you're about to see Hayden's heart. Ready? Check this out. This is a real heart.
It's from a pig, but don't let that put you off. It's very similar to a human heart, and it's a pump with no equals.
Blood arrives in the heart all tired and out of oxygen. The heart pumps it straight to the lungs, where it collects new oxygen. Back at the heart, it's given a mega pump, which scoots it all around the body. And there's no chance of it going the wrong way, thanks to the heart's special valves.
And if you add up all the blood each of these beats pushes around the body, it comes to 7,200 litres a day. That's enough to fill 93 bathtubs.
We've only got one bathtub. And if you fill it with blood, where am I going to have my bath?
You need a bath. Now, to show you how it manages to do that, we're going to cut our pig's heart open.
Looking inside the heart is absolutely amazing. The muscle here is very thick. This makes the heart really strong, and that's how it's able to pump blood right around your body. But it couldn't do it without one important bit of the heart, the valves, and you can see them here. Their job is to make sure the blood goes in the right direction. To see how the heart does its incredible job, we've set up our real heart, using plastic tubes as blood vessels and green water to do the job of your blood. OK, Chris, lift your bucket up a little bit. First, the heart fills with blood. It does this every time it beats.
There you go. Look at it fill, look at it fill. OK, and squeeze now.
Xand's hands are doing what the heart does by itself thousands of times a day. And the heart is clever because everything's going into that bucket and nothing's going back into Chris's bucket. The heart only pumps blood in one direction. And that's thanks to the valves, not to Harry Styles.
But there's one question that still remains.
How powerful is the heart and how far can it squirt blood?
I filled the heart. Now, you hold that bit. I'm going to get the bucket.
Give me that. Quick, quick, quick. Get the bucket.
OK. See if you can get it.
About a foot?
Yeah, about half a metre.
OK, go. Yay!
It's not bad, but I think we can go further. Let's refill the heart.
OK, quick. Fill it up again. But Xand's squeeze is not nearly as strong as a heartbeat.
Just aim it all in the bucket. Ready?
OK. 3, 2, 1. Xand gets quite a lot beyond the bucket.
He just didn't get any in the bucket, but I still think that's pretty impressive. About 2.5 metres.
2.5 metres is pretty good, but a live heart actually beats powerfully enough to squirt blood more than 10 metres.
10 metres? That's more powerful than my best water pistol. Luckily, Xand's not 10 metres away. This is a cardiac ultrasound machine. Now, this probe emits very high-frequency sound waves, which bounce off parts of your body and create echoes. And the machine makes a picture out of those echoes. And I'm just going to put the probe about there. Remember, the heart is on the left side of the chest.
Yes, that is a brilliant picture. Ultrasound images are very confusing to look at. The heart is upside down in this picture, so it's going to be easier for everybody if we just turn it around. Whoa! Your heart is the pump which sends blood around your body. You can see there are 4 chambers, 2 atria at the top and 2 ventricles at the bottom, and those 2 flappy bits in the middle are valves which control the direction of blood flow. The right side of your heart pumps blood to your lungs to get oxygen, and the left side of your heart takes blood from the lungs and pumps it out to your body. Right, time to get back the right way up. Oh, that's much better. Now that is all thanks to the heart's electrical system. The wiggly green line at the bottom of the screen is what's called an ECG, or an electrocardiogram. This is what Chris's heartbeat looks and sounds like. Wow, great sounding heartbeat, Chris. Let's catch up with Rebecca.
Hi everybody, my name's Rebecca.
What's happening today, Rebecca?
So today is my operation and we're going to the hospital right now.
That's great.
Rebecca has supraventricular tachycardia, or SVT. This causes her heart to beat too fast, so she needs heart surgery.
Rebecca and her mum have just arrived at the hospital. How are you feeling?
I'm really excited but nervous at the same time.
Don't worry, Rebecca, you're in safe hands. Performing the operation today is Dr. Michael Bowes.
Your heart beats to a rhythm that's coordinated by electrical signals. Rebecca's heart sends off too many electrical signals, which can make it beat too fast. And that's what Dr. Bowes is going to fix.
Rebecca has had a general anaesthetic, so she's temporarily asleep and can't feel any pain.
In this amazing procedure called a catheter ablation, long, thin tubes called catheters are pushed up through the blood vessels in her legs until they're inside her heart.
These catheter tubes act as mini detectives, seeking out the exact area of the heart which is creating too many electrical signals. Dr. Bowes uses live computer-generated graphics to help guide him to the right spot.
Once he's found it, a thin wire from inside the catheter tube then sends tiny pulses of heat, burning the heart muscle to create scar tissue. This tissue will stop the electrical signals causing Rebecca's heart to beat too fast.
Operation over. And how did it go, Rebecca?
It was all a success and my heart's beating normally now.
Wonderful news.
See you next time.
Bye.
Ready to view Dr. Chris and Dr. Xand's new inventions are the three minis. They're on the hunt for the next big biological breakthrough. Our two nervous doctors are ready to pitch their ideas for a new spin on the body's ancient invention, the human circulatory system.
OK, Chris, we're here. I hope they like my invention.
They're going to like mine more.
Hello, judges.
Go on.
I'm asking for an investment of £15 in my blood circulation prototype. Allow me to present to you the Circulator. It's got glitz, it's got glam, it's got sparkle. It's got sparkle.
Ooh.
Even the inside of the Circulator is lined with beautiful green glitter. Unlike the human body's circulatory system, there's no more boring, smooth pink lining. I will now pump the blood to demonstrate its effectiveness. I can't pump it at all! My circulatory system isn't working! Nothing's coming out of my blood vessels!
I could have told you it wouldn't work.
This is a disaster.
Is that it?
The jeweled, sparkly lining of the blood vessels are creating loads of resistance so that the blood can't get through the vessel. Compare this to the smooth lining of the blood vessels in your body, which allows blood to flow easily without friction slowing it down.
I'd like to see you do any better.
Allow me to present to you the Vessel X 9000. As you can see, it's sleek, stylish, and simple. My circulatory system features a smooth loop of wide tubing to move blood around the body with ease. I'm seeking an investment of £1 million.
This better be good.
Prepare to be amazed. I'm pumping the liquid like the heart, but it's not going anywhere.
I could have told you it wouldn't work.
What a letdown.
His blood vessels are too wide. There's no pressure.
Ah! Spillage!
Whereas your blood vessels manage changes in pressure by changing in size, from wide elastic arteries to tiny microscopic capillaries.
Actually, judges, what I would like to present to you is my own circulation.
Wow.
This is against the rules. The human circulation evolved perfectly over millions of years to allow the smooth flow of blood through every single tissue in my body.
Oh, come on!
It seems totally bizarre that taking a patient's vital signs could be helped by a car. So I'm heading off in the fast lane to meet the motors. And I'm starting with a pit stop on the wards to meet Matt, who's just had a heart operation.
You've got a lot of different monitoring going on here at the moment. Can we see how many wires are on your chest?
Matt is wired up to a monitor to check his vital signs. Vital signs are important bits of information about a patient, such as oxygen levels and heart rate.
Are you allowed to unplug yourself at all?
What I have to do is I have to get my nurse. They will take this off.
Doctors and nurses write down Matt's vitals by hand on a chart. This system's time-consuming for the staff and, more importantly, uncomfortable for Matt.
So, at the moment for you, basically, leaving the bed is a real hassle.
Yeah.
Chris, this is where the cars come in. In Formula One, monitoring systems have gone up a gear. This is Dr. Adam Hill. He's the Chief Medical Officer at McLaren and works out how Formula One technology can be used in hospitals. What a cool job. So how much is a Formula One car like a human being?
Well, Formula One cars are incredibly complex devices. They have an engine, a bit like our heart. They have a need to breathe, a bit like our lungs, and they're incredibly intelligent.
Oh, just like me. And the healthier the car, the faster it goes. So just like a patient, its vital signs are monitored.
We use little gadgets like this that collect information at up to 960,000 times every single second from a single sensor.
Wow, that is amazing. The F1 system is wireless, efficient, and fast. If only the hospital had something like this. Well, Dr. Adam has worked with Birmingham Children's Hospital to create a new system. It's a world first. It's brand new, and I'm gonna try it out. Alex, that's it now.
That's it now.
It's flashing.
It's flashing. It's
It's sending the signal to the monitor.
Yeah.
It has one sensor doing the same job as the 6 that Matt is hooked up to. The results are instantly available on the computer monitor. Bye-bye charts. Plus, it's wireless. I can walk anywhere, even do a few press-ups if I like.
You're doing very well, Chris.
All this time, it's recording my vital signs.
Perfect.
And then I can download my results when I get back. Even though I was jumping at the other end of the hospital, the computer knows what I've been up to.
Well, the hope is that children will be able to go home with this system and they will be able to take one of these tablets with them so we can log on from the hospital and see what's happening in their homes.
This would be life-changing for patients like Matt.
How much easier would you find it if you could just wear that new monitor?
A lot. Seriously, I would lose a lot of these wires. It's small, compact, and that monitor takes 60 seconds to monitor your heart. The other one monitors it every second. And I think it'll be great for the future. And then hopefully other kids will find it a lot easier in hospital.
Imagine if I needed an operation on my heart, for example, and the surgeon could look at a perfect model of my heart before the operation to practice on it. Well, this is a brilliant idea. Imagine it, Dr. Xand's perfect body part replicator.
Every heart is unique to perfectly match the one inside your body.
Too slow, Xand. It's already happening.
Ooh, well that's exciting. There's an incredible 3D printer that's making exact models of patients' bones, organs or tumours to help surgeons during operations. Now you might remember seeing 3D printers on Ouch before, but in the last few years the technology has developed a lot, so the models are far more realistic and useful for surgeons. Wow! To understand how it works, I'm meeting lead engineer Dr. David Collins. So Dave, you've got an exact replica of a patient's heart there. How do you even start making something like that?
So we start with a patient scan data, so it's a three-dimensional image of the patient's body. There's way too much information to start with for the surgeon. So with a heart model, we'll remove all the other tissues, the lungs, the bones, and we'll work on defining the heart region.
And what happens then?
And then once we've kind of got the general heart structure, we'll then really hone in on it and making sure that that anatomy is completely accurate for the surgeon.
So is there any body part you can't print?
I don't believe so.
This could be useful.
Hayden has Marfan syndrome, which has led to his heart not working properly, so he needs heart surgery.
Go get it, boys.
Last time we met Hayden and Buster the dog. Hayden was at home getting ready to go to hospital. But now it's nearly time for the big operation. The surgeon who will be doing the op has come to see Hayden, Mr. Romana Danapanini.
We'll put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And then you don't know anything whatsoever.
I'll probably forget where I even am.
You probably will. The surgery will take around 7 hours, but to cheer him through, a crowd has gathered outside.
That's not for Hayden, silly.
Oh, who's it for?
The Queen.
The Queen? Wow!
More of that later. For now, Hayden's getting his own VIP treatment in Theatre 5.
You may want to look away if you're squeamish, as you're about to see Hayden's heart. Ready?
And here it is. How amazing is that?
Hayden's operation is to fix his aorta. This is the main blood vessel leaving your heart, and it's the biggest vessel in your body.
Because of his condition, the valve in Hayden's aorta is leaking. Here comes Hayden's heart again, so look away if you're squeamish.
Mr. Dana Panini inserts some plastic tubing in an attempt to repair Hayden's aorta. If this fails, Hayden will need a mechanical implant to make his heart work properly.
Remember I said the crowds are here for the Queen? Well, here she is! She's come to officially open this brand new Alder Hey hospital.
While there are royal goings-on outside, inside Hayden is being treated like royalty himself. And there's some good news from the operating theatre.
So the operation went very well. We managed to preserve the aortic valve very well, which gives him a better quality of life so he can play like any other kid.
That's fantastic. Hayden may not have seen Her Majesty, but the next best thing to royalty has got to be us, surely.
Hayden, how you doing?
Good.
And you got your appetite back?
Yeah.
How's dinner?
Good.
Is it?
Amazing.
You've just joined the Zipper Club, is that right?
Yes.
And hold on, who's this?
This is Foster, my doggy. He's been waiting for me to come home.
Well, you'll be home soon, Hayden.
Listen, guys, it's been very nice, but I want to eat my tea.